Hello, beautiful people. It is My Best Self Monday coming to you on a Tuesday this week because of the holidays that we just had. Welcome, I'm Ros Loxton. And this week's installment of My Best Self prompt. I just want to recap my best self. I want to recap that month one we have just completed in terms of the 4 weeks installments, and month one was really around your blueprint and your internal program that is manifesting your world and instructing and the driver behind your action taking or your lack of action taking, and it's really associated with your deep-seated sense of self-worth. And internally, we have got programs, all these little programs running, and they're all responsible for different parts of our, identity and psyche. Each little program, we can be operating from a lower expression of that program or the higher expression of that program. And so this journal, My Best Self Journal, is all about helping you to ascend, and transform and move from lower expressions in those in that blueprint and in that programming, shifting from lower expressions into the higher expression of each one of those parts of you. And from there, life changes, and your magnet to attract and manifest life of giving and receiving is operating from its higher expression and not the lower expression, which comes from conditioning, and also intergenerational patterns that are just in our, human flesh, in our family system. So it can be tricky to sort of rise above those things because they feel like it is what it is, and that isn't correct. So in every way, in all little nuances, my intention here is to help you to have a sense of realizing that you don't have to you don't have to build as rock. All you need to do is shift some of the things within you that are saying to you that Esrock doesn't exist, and when you shift from a lower expression to your higher expression, you start to realize I'm somebody more than what I ever felt like I was. And that person has got passions and creativity and energy for things that your lower expression self doesn't realize. And so this is about realizing your potentials. Okay, so month one was around was really focusing on your self-worth. That is in our root chakra. It's our ability to take actions and all the things around that. So every week I want you to go back to the beginning and tap back into what are your grandest intentions. What is your best self yearly journal's grandest intentions? What goals and intentions did you set at the beginning of this book? And check back into them. If you need to tweak them. So month two is around, this is coming up into your sacral chakra, your second chakra, and it's about your creativity, innovation, relationships and belonging, procrastination and self-sabotage, and euphoria and pleasure. So we're looking at, again, taking any low expressions of this program within you and helping you to release blocks and to release things that do not serve you, that are limiting you, so that you can start to experience the higher expression of this part of your programming. And so just a reminder also that at the end of each month there is a little insights and breakthroughs page. So it's really helpful. You'll get more juice out of this if you answer those questions, which is, in the spirit of my best self, what am I deeply grateful for this month? What am I no longer available for? And what are all my wins this month? Big wins or tiny wins? And starting to build this bias within you that operates from a higher expression of you, and really starting to make that more your norm, because taking ourselves out of old conditioning and reconditioning ourselves to be our highest expression, to be all our best potentials, takes a commitment, because we are habit machines, and everything that makes us automatically operate has been conditioned and set in place. So this process is about consistently showing up for yourself, however big or small your effort is on each day. It's just showing up. And today I can do this, and tomorrow I might spend the whole day indulging in internal self-worth. So the month 2 and week 1 prompt is, this week observe and reflect or journal out on your relationship with fear. Man, it's huge. Fear is driving so much of what this world is doing, unfortunately. And we have a magnet within us. It's called a magnetic monopole. And that magnet operates based on what we've got going on, internally. And I'm talking about taking ourselves from low expressions of fear and shame and being able to express in higher expressions of these emotions, So we got to start somewhere, and awareness is where to start. Emotions make wise signposts and messengers, but they make really terrible dictators and masters. So when fear shows up, it's great to be able to go, "Ooh, that's fear," name it, notice it, and then not be a victim to it or hijacked by it, but just taking it as a sign to take a different action. What is this fear? How come it's showing up? What do I need to do in this space to take myself from low expression to a higher expression for my highest good? So, where and why does fear hijack and block you? Where and why does fear hijack and block you? What role has fear been playing in your life? What role has fear been playing in your life? And how will this need to change to make way for you operating from your higher expression, from your unique best self? How will this need to change to make way for you being able to operate in your higher expression of your best self? Journal that out in all the ways. There's a bit of space there. And again, if you need, there is an addition to this journal, which is extra journaling space. So there's a second journal that you can get. It's a slightly greener cover. And then to ground, embed, embody the learnings from your journaling, there's another question here. And that is, in what tangible ways would my life be different if I could feel the fear but not be bullied by it or misled by it or hijacked by it? In what tangible ways would my life be different? The little quote today is, you gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face. To become more of your best self, you must do the thing that you think you cannot. Now, I know we all have a different human design. Some of us have defined centers and undefined centers. And I know if you've got an undefined spleen center, it can be really tricky to take actions when fear is there. If you have an undefined spleen, you might tend to hang on to situations, relationships, places, jobs longer than what is good for you, because your undefined spleen can sometimes make it difficult for you to really tap into your own intuition about, now it's time to make a change, now it's time to do this or that you can be a little bit sort of stagnant. That's going into human design, and I am geeking out on human design at the moment. So if anybody wants to check out what your chart is, go to my website. You can get your free human design chart, and you can start exploring, what does all that mean for you? How do you get yourself from lower expressions to higher expressions? By understanding your unique map. It's bloody empowering. So that is today's journal prompt. Always reach out if you have questions, insights, or ahas or breakthroughs. I'm here for your breakthroughs. So that is this week's journal prompt for month 2 in my Best Self journal. Sending you big encouragement, big love for your best self and your best life. Until next week's journal prompt, have a great week.